Welcome to another episode of the Moderately Proficient Guitarist. I'm your host, Rob Melanson. Be sure and check out my new release. It's an EP called Do a Dance, Grab a Dad, available on all of your streaming platforms, Spotify, Apple, all the places. I'll leave some links below. Check it out when you get a chance. Today we're going to talk a little bit about improvisation, and it's one of the things that I've been working on for a few years. And on this channel, you're not likely to see any lead playing that's going to blow you away. You're like, oh, that guy's awesome. I'm going to steal that lick or whatever. I'm moderately proficient, and when it comes to lead playing and improvisation, I would say I'm even slightly less than proficient. One of the things, like I say, that I've been working on is being able to improvise a line when my bandmates are playing some chord progression, right? So there are songs where my bandmate is leading and, she's playing piano or ukulele or whatever, and there's a section there when, I play an improvised lead line over the song. And it's something, a few years ago I would not even attempt because I just, it's like other than playing a simple pentatonic scale or something, it just I didn't have that skill. So I've been working on it. A lot of you probably you watch on YouTube, and there are these insane players that have channels that are tutorials and master classes. I have the ones that I frequent. Do you have some that you like? Leave me a comment below what guys you really like and that are good teachers. If you look at guitarists in history who are great improvisers, there are some that have all the theory and can tell you why what they're playing works. Guys like Steve Vai or Joe Satriani, there's a ton of them. Then you have others who claim to know no theory and are just fantastic, guitar. Like, you look at Eddie Van Halen, he was famously non-taught or, said he didn't know a lot of theory, but he played piano, so I'm sure he had some, but I think, he maybe it's just, you're just genius and you just can do it. I don't know. But he was fantastic, and, maybe he just relied on, he did it so much and then he just got to rely on certain shapes that worked. I know, studying some of his stuff, I know there are certain runs that he would do that don't necessarily fit any type of classic or traditional scale or whatever. The big struggle is playing with what you're feeling as opposed to what basically, feel playing versus you're just playing scales in random orders or whatever. So that's the struggle, is to be able to get to the point where you know what you're doing enough to break the rules, or the rules enough to break them. One of the ways that, like I say, that I've gotten from not even attempting it to being able to sort of play in a live situation was playing over backing tracks. And there are tons of those on YouTube, and you just, you can get it in any key and you just start that and you just, start playing over it. That has certainly helped, and obviously doing that live is a whole nother skill set. That's worked for me. I'm certainly still working on it and still trying to get better. Going on the theory side, I know, most of us know that there are, if you take the C major scale, all of the modes, Ionian, Dorian, Phrygian, Lydian, Mixolydian, Locrian, all of those can be built off of a major scale. So if you have a C major, the second degree D would be Dorian scale, which is basically the minor scale with a sharp 6, I think. It's the same notes, right? So C major and D Dorian have the same exact notes in that scale. So if you play D Dorian, you're playing the same notes as a C major. So those modes work, over those sort of scales. But you're playing the same notes. Once you know the one major scale, then you just put it, depending on where you put it on the neck and what note you start with, you're playing this other mode, but you're really just playing the same notes as C major. There's tons of information on the modes, and and how they work. But that's one thing that when I learned that, it's like, oh, I now see why, or how they're constructed, and why they're the same and why they work over certain things. One thing that I recently discovered, which I'm not sure if it's the same, if the reason it works is the same as what I was just describing, where it's the same notes. If I have an A minor, if I'm playing over A minor, so obviously a minor pentatonic is going to work, right? Right? But for some reason, a G major or E minor also works. Especially if you land on the A. So, even the G major would work. And I guess it's because in A minor there's a way to figure all this out, which I still in my head, I can't wrap my brain around, but if C, going back to the modes, A minor and C major are the same notes, right? A minor is the relative minor to C. Look up relative minor if you don't know what that means. And if you think about the scale degrees, hang on, let me stop this. The modes, right? If I've got C major, the fifth note in C major, C, D, E, F, G, the fifth mode, if I play using that, all modes are built off of the major scale, starting on the G, which is the fifth degree, would be fifth would be Lydian, right? Would be G Lydian, which is a major. What is Lydian? Is a major with a sharp 4. So if you think about that, well, yeah, if you just play G major and it's close, you're almost to the Lydian, right? Which, if you're talking about pentatonic, that's, you're only talking about 5 notes in that scale. So I guess that's why if I'm, playing a something in over A minor, right? That's in A minor. Then I can do the same lick or the same notes in an E minor pentatonic scale over that same A minor. And landing on the A, it works. So a G major, G Lydian would be, would have all the same notes as A minor. But if you just play anything G minor, you're going to, that, I guess it's the fourth or whatever that degree is going to be different. But it works for that reason. And that's where, when I'm improvising, it's like, okay, well, I know I'm in A minor, but my brain is thinking, okay, well, A minor pentatonic works. And then if you say, okay, well, now I know E minor pentatonic will also work. Then it's getting your brain out of the way and knowing that instinctually, to where you're not thinking about playing A minor pentatonic or E minor pentatonic. You're just feeling, what sounds, and that's, yeah, I don't get it. I don't see how that works, but I know there's guys that just, it's just flowing and they see shapes and whatever else. So let me know what works for you in, getting over that hump of just, playing with your head, saying, okay, well, I'm in A minor, so I know A minor pentatonic is going to work, and, this shape, so I've got a bunch of shapes in A minor. And then, okay, well, I know G major or E minor. E minor is the relative minor to G major. I know that E minor will work over A minor as well, and getting out of that, your head, and playing with feel, which that's the ultimate goal, I guess, right? Let me know what you think. Let me know what works for you. Like and subscribe. because that apparently helps this get out there, and will maybe even link you to other, similar videos. And that's what all the cool videos say: like and subscribe, hit the notification bell, all that stuff. It helps me out, and maybe it'll help you. If you like this one, then it might show you other things that I've liked that maybe will help you out. Let me know what you think in the comments. What helps you? Do you play over backing tracks? Do you what helps you get out of your head, and just playing scales, and turn and more towards playing with a feel where you're not so much thinking about what you're playing. Have a good day. I'll see you next time.